Hello and welcome. Over the next series of chapters, we're going to embark on a journey to explore the world of personal finance management in the United States, specifically focusing on the digital tools that are shaping how we interact with our money in 2025 and 2026. This series is designed for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. The information provided is for general knowledge and should not be taken as a recommendation to buy, sell, or use any specific financial product. We strongly encourage you to consult with a qualified financial advisor for advice tailored to your individual circumstances. Our goal here is to empower you with information so you can make informed decisions that are right for you. In this first chapter, we'll lay the groundwork for our discussion. We'll explore the evolution of money management, from traditional methods to the sophisticated applications we have at our fingertips today. We'll also discuss the importance of financial literacy and how technology can be a powerful ally in achieving your financial goals. The landscape of personal finance has undergone a dramatic transformation in the 21st century. Gone are the days of painstakingly balancing a checkbook or manually tracking expenses in a ledger. While those methods certainly have their merits, the digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented convenience and control over our financial lives. The rise of financial technology, or fintech, has democratized access to powerful financial tools. What was once the exclusive domain of financial professionals is now available to anyone with a smartphone. This shift has profound implications for how we save, invest, and plan for the future. With real-time transaction tracking, automated savings, and personalized budgeting insights, managing your money has never been easier or more intuitive. But with this abundance of options comes a new set of challenges. How do you choose the right app for your needs? What features are most important? And how can you ensure the security of your sensitive financial data? These are some of the questions we'll be addressing throughout this series. Before we dive into specific applications in later chapters, it's crucial to understand the fundamental principles of personal finance. At its core, managing your money is about making conscious decisions about how you earn, spend, save, and invest your resources. It's about creating a plan that aligns with your values and aspirations. Whether your goal is to buy a home, save for retirement, or simply gain a better understanding of your spending habits, the journey begins with a clear understanding of your financial situation. This is where financial apps can be incredibly valuable. By providing a comprehensive overview of your financial health, they can help you identify areas for improvement and track your progress over time. One of the most significant advantages of modern finance apps is their ability to aggregate all of your financial accounts in one place. This means you can see your checking and savings account balances, credit card statements, investment portfolios, and loan information in a single dashboard. This holistic view is essential for effective financial planning. It allows you to see the bigger picture and make decisions that take into account all aspects of your financial life. For instance, you might realize that you're paying high interest on a credit card balance while simultaneously holding a significant amount in a low-yield savings account. A good finance app will highlight these kinds of opportunities, empowering you to optimize your finances. Furthermore, many of these apps go beyond simple tracking and offer powerful analytical tools. They can categorize your spending automatically, providing you with a detailed breakdown of where your money is going. This can be a real eye-opener for many people. You might be surprised to learn how much you're spending on dining out or subscriptions. Armed with this knowledge, you can make more intentional choices about your spending and identify areas where you can cut back. Some apps even use artificial intelligence to provide personalized insights and recommendations. For example, they might suggest a budget based on your spending patterns, or alert you to an upcoming bill payment. As we move forward, it's important to remember that the tools we'll be discussing are just that, tools. They are not a magic bullet for financial success. The most sophisticated app in the world won't be effective if you don't have a solid understanding of the principles of personal finance and a commitment to your financial goals. That's why we'll be emphasizing the importance of financial literacy throughout this series. We'll break down complex financial concepts into easy-to-understand language and provide you with actionable insights that you can apply to your own financial journey. In the upcoming chapters, we will delve into our curated list of the top 5 finance apps to manage your money in the US for 2025 and 2026. We'll provide an in-depth look at each app, exploring its key features, pricing, and user experience. We'll also discuss the pros and cons of each app, so you can make an informed decision about which one is right for you. It is important to reiterate that our review is for informational purposes and does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation of any particular app. Your choice of a financial app is a personal one and should be based on your individual needs and preferences. We are not affiliated with any of the companies mentioned in this series. As we conclude this introductory chapter, I want to leave you with a final thought. Taking control of your finances is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's a journey that requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to learn. But with the right tools and a solid understanding of the fundamentals, you can achieve your financial goals and build a more secure future for yourself and your family. We're excited to have you with us on this journey. In our next chapter, we'll begin our exploration of the top finance apps by taking a closer look at our first selection. We'll examine its core functionalities and discuss who it might be best suited for. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. In this chapter, we begin our exploration of the top finance apps by taking a comprehensive look at our first selection, Empower Personal Dashboard. Formerly known as Personal Capital, this application has carved out a significant space in the fintech world by offering a suite of powerful, and largely free, financial tracking and planning tools. Before we proceed, please remember the information in this chapter is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or legal advice, and does not constitute a recommendation or endorsement of Empower Personal Dashboard. We are not affiliated with Empower. We strongly encourage you to conduct your own research and consult with a qualified professional before making any financial decisions or using any financial tool. Empower Personal Dashboard is primarily designed to provide users with a holistic, 360-degree view of their entire financial life. Its main strength lies in its ability to aggregate data from a vast array of financial accounts into a single intuitive interface. This means you can link your checking and savings accounts, credit cards, mortgages, car loans, and most notably, your investment and retirement accounts, all in one place. The process of linking accounts is generally straightforward and secure, utilizing modern encryption and security protocols to protect your sensitive information. Once your accounts are linked, the platform's dashboard comes to life, presenting you with a real-time snapshot of your financial health. This high-level overview is one of the most celebrated features of the platform, as it helps to simplify what can often be a complex and fragmented financial picture. The cornerstone of the Empower Personal Dashboard is its net worth tracker. For those unfamiliar, your net worth is a simple yet powerful metric calculated by subtracting your total liabilities, what you owe from your total assets, what you own. The app automates this calculation, continuously updating it as your account balances change. Seeing your net worth trend over time can be a powerful motivator. It provides a clear and concise measure of your financial progress. Whether you're focused on paying down debt or growing your investments, the net worth tracker offers a clear visual representation of how your financial decisions are impacting your overall wealth. This feature alone can be incredibly insightful for individuals who have never before calculated their net worth, or who have struggled to keep track of it manually. Moving beyond the net worth tracker, Empower offers robust tools for analyzing your cash flow and spending. The platform automatically categorizes your transactions from linked accounts, allowing you to see exactly where your money is going each month. You can view your income and expenses in detailed charts and graphs, making it easy to identify spending trends and potential areas for savings. While it does offer budgeting capabilities, it's important to note that its approach is less hands-on than some dedicated budgeting apps that follow specific methodologies like zero-based budgeting. Instead, Empower's budgeting tools are more focused on providing a clear overview of your spending habits, allowing you to set a monthly spending target and track your progress against it. This makes it a good fit for individuals who want to monitor their spending without the rigidity of a strict, envelope-style budget. Where Empower Personal Dashboard truly distinguishes itself is in its investment analysis tools. These features are particularly valuable for anyone with a 401k, an IRA, a brokerage account, or other investment vehicles. The platform's investment checkup tool will analyze your portfolio's asset allocation, breaking it down into various classes like US stocks, international stocks, bonds, and cash. It then compares your current allocation to a target allocation model, highlighting areas where you might be over or underexposed to certain types of risk. This analysis can be incredibly educational, helping you to better understand the composition of your portfolio and how it aligns with your long-term goals. It's a feature that provides a level of insight typically reserved for professional financial advisors. Another powerful investment feature is the Retirement Fee Analyzer. Many people are unaware of the hidden fees within their retirement accounts, and these fees can have a significant impact on long-term investment growth. The Retirement Fee Analyzer scans your linked retirement accounts and identifies the various fees you're paying, from expense ratios on mutual funds to administrative fees. It then projects the long-term impact of these fees on your retirement savings, showing you just how much of your potential earnings could be lost to fees over time. This information can be a powerful catalyst for re-evaluating your investment choices and potentially seeking out lower-cost alternatives. Again, this is presented as information for your consideration, and any changes to your investment strategy should be discussed with a financial professional. The final key feature we'll discuss is the Retirement Planner. This is an interactive tool that allows you to project your future retirement savings and income based on your current financial situation and savings rate. You can input various life events, such as a planned home purchase or a child's college education, and see how they might impact your retirement goals. The planner also allows you to run different scenarios, such as retiring earlier or later, or adjusting your savings contributions. It uses sophisticated modeling to provide a projection of your likelihood of achieving your retirement goals. This can be an incredibly useful tool for long-term financial planning, helping you to visualize your future and make more informed decisions about your savings and investments today. It's important to note that while all of these powerful tools are available for free, Empower does offer paid wealth management services. You may receive calls or emails from Empower's financial advisors offering a free consultation to discuss your financial plan. There is no obligation to use their paid services, and you can continue to use the free tools regardless of your decision. In terms of user experience, the platform is available on both web and mobile devices. Some users have reported that the mobile app can occasionally have syncing issues with certain financial institutions. However, the overall feedback is generally positive, with many users praising the platform's clean interface and the value of its free tools. In our next chapter, we will explore another leading finance app, focusing on a different approach to personal money management. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 3 of our series. In our last discussion, we explored Empower Personal Dashboard, a tool excellent for getting a high-level view of your net worth and investments. Today, we shift our focus from passive tracking to proactive planning with our second app. You need a budget, more commonly known as a NAB. This app operates on a distinct philosophy that is fundamentally different from many other finance tools. As always, this overview is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Our intent is to provide information about the features and methodology of the app, not to endorse it or guarantee any specific financial outcomes. Enab is a subscription-based service, and we are not affiliated with the company in any way. We recommend that you perform your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional to determine if this or any tool is appropriate for your personal situation. At its core, Enab is a digital version of the envelope system, built on a methodology called zero-based budgeting. The premise is simple but powerful. Before you spend a single cent, you must make a plan for every dollar you have. This isn't about tracking your spending after the fact. It's about creating an intentional spending plan for the money you currently possess. This forward-looking approach is what sets Enab apart. It's designed to make you more mindful of your financial decisions, transforming you from a passive observer of your finances into an active manager. The goal is to break the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, gain control over your spending, and align your financial resources with your personal priorities. For many, this hands-on approach can be a transformative experience, but it does require a commitment to engaging with your budget regularly. The Enab methodology is built upon 4 simple but effective rules. Rule 1 is give every dollar a job. This is the foundational principle. When you receive money, whether it's your paycheck or a birthday gift, you must immediately assign it to a specific category. These categories are entirely customizable to your life. You'll have categories for immediate obligations like rent or your mortgage and utilities. You'll also create categories for variable spending like groceries and transportation. Crucially, you'll also budget for less frequent, non-monthly expenses, which Enab calls true expenses. This proactive planning ensures that you're not just covering this month's bills, but also preparing for future needs. The goal is to get your to-be budgeted number to zero, signifying that every single dollar you currently have has been given a purpose. Rule 2 is embrace your true expenses. This rule is designed to eliminate the financial surprises that can derail a budget. Think about expenses that don't occur every month. Holiday gifts, annual insurance premiums, car repairs, or vacations. Instead of scrambling to find the money when these bills come due, Enab encourages you to treat them like monthly expenses. You break down the large, infrequent cost into smaller, manageable monthly savings goals. For example, if you know you spend around $600 on holiday gifts each year, you would budget $50 every month into a holiday gifts category. When the time comes to start shopping, The money is already there, waiting for you. This approach smooths out your cash flow and reduces financial stress by turning financial emergencies into predictable, plan-for expenses. Rule 3 is roll with the punches. ANAB acknowledges that life is unpredictable, and no budget is perfect. You might overspend in one category, or have an unexpected expense pop up. Instead of viewing this as a failure, ANAB teaches you to be flexible. If you overspend on groceries, the app requires you to cover that overspending by moving money from another category. Perhaps you decide to move funds from your dining out category to cover the difference. This process is not about guilt, it's about making conscious trade-offs. It forces you to ask, what am I willing to give up to cover this new priority? This flexibility is key to long-term budgeting success, as it allows your budget to adapt and evolve with your changing circumstances, rather than breaking under pressure. Finally, Rule 4 is age your money. This is ANAB's ultimate goal for its users. The age of money is a metric that tells you how long your money has been sitting in your account before you spend it. For instance, an age of money of 30 days means that the dollars you're spending today were earned at least a month ago. The higher this number, the more of a buffer you have between your income and your expenses. As you consistently follow the first 3 rules, you'll naturally start spending money that is older and older. The objective is to eventually be spending last month's income on this month's bills. Achieving this milestone breaks the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and provides a significant sense of financial security. It means that if your income were to be delayed, you would still have the funds necessary to cover all of your expenses for the month. In terms of features, the ANAB application, available on web, iOS and Android, is built around this 4-rule system. You can securely link your bank and credit card accounts for automatic transaction importing, or you can choose to enter your transactions manually for an even more hands-on approach. The app includes robust goal-setting features, allowing you to set targets for specific categories, whether it's saving for a down payment or paying off debt. It also features detailed spending and net worth reports, so you can visually track your progress over time. ANAB also has a dedicated loan planner tool to help you create a strategy for paying down debt, showing you how extra payments can save you time and money in interest. It's a comprehensive tool designed for those who are ready to take an active, engaged role in their day-to-day financial management. In our next chapter, we'll explore an app that takes a more automated and simplified approach to saving and investing. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to our series on the top finance apps for 2025 to 2026. In our previous chapters, we examined a comprehensive wealth tracking dashboard and a detailed, hands-on budgeting system. Today, we're shifting gears to explore an app designed for those who want to start saving and investing automatically, without having to think about it. We will be discussing our third app, Acorns. The core idea behind Acorns is to make investing accessible to everyone by starting with small, consistent contributions. Before we continue, we must reiterate our essential disclaimer. This chapter is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial or investment advice, nor is it a recommendation to use the Acorns platform. All investments involve risk, including the potential loss of principal. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not affiliated with Acorns, and you should always conduct your own independent research and consult a qualified financial professional to determine if any investment strategy or tool is suitable for your individual financial situation and risk tolerance. Acorns pioneered the concept of micro-investing, which is the practice of investing very small sums of money on a regular basis. The app's most well-known feature, and the one that best illustrates this concept, is called Round UPS. The functionality is straightforward. Once you securely link your debit and credit cards to the app, Acorns monitors your daily purchases. For each transaction, it rounds the amount up to the nearest dollar. For example, if you buy a coffee for $3.50, the app will round it up to $4 and set aside the 50-cent difference. Once your accumulated Round UPS from all your purchases reach a total of $5, Acorns automatically withdraws that amount from your linked bank account and invests it into your Acorns portfolio. This process happens in the background of your life, turning your spare change from everyday spending into a growing investment account. It's a set-it-and-forget-it approach designed to build an investing habit without requiring large, lump-sum contributions. Beyond the automatic Round UPS, Acorns also allows for more direct contributions. Users can set up recurring investments on a daily, weekly, or monthly schedule, allowing for more substantial and consistent investing over time. You can also make one-time investments whenever you have extra cash available. This flexibility allows users to start with the passive Round UPS feature, and then increase their investment rate as they become more comfortable and their financial situation allows. This combination of automated micro-contributions and scheduled deposits helps to implement a classic investment strategy known as dollar-cost averaging. By investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, you buy more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high, which can potentially reduce the impact of market volatility over the long term. So, where does your money go when Acorns invests it? The app does not let you pick individual stocks or bonds. Instead, it invests your money in a pre-built, diversified portfolio of exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. An ETF is a collection of dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of stocks or bonds, bundled together into a single fund. This approach provides instant diversification, which is a key principle of long-term investing aimed at managing risk. The portfolios offered by Acorns are constructed with guidance from financial experts, including Nobel Prize-winning economist Dr. Harry Markowitz, and are based on modern portfolio theory. When you sign up, Acorns will ask you a series of questions about your age, income, time horizon, and risk tolerance. Based on your answers, it will recommend one of 5 portfolios, ranging from conservative to aggressive. A conservative portfolio will have a higher concentration of bonds, while an aggressive portfolio will be composed entirely of stocks. This is an educational process to help you understand risk, not a guarantee of performance. Acorns operates on a flat-fee monthly subscription model. As of our research for 2025, there are typically a few different tiers. The basic tier usually includes the Acorns Invest account, which is the taxable brokerage account for your round UPS and other investments. Higher tiers often add an Acorns Later account, which is an individual retirement account, IRA, allowing you to invest for retirement with potential tax advantages. These tiers may also include an Acorns checking account, which is a bank account that can be fully integrated with the investing features. It's important for users to consider this flat monthly fee in the context of their account balance. For very small account balances, the monthly fee can represent a relatively high percentage of assets, which could impact overall returns. As the account balance grows, the relative impact of the flat fee decreases. Another feature to be aware of is Acorns Earn. The platform has partnerships with hundreds of major brands. When you shop with these partners through the Acorns app or a browser extension, the brand will contribute a percentage of your purchase price directly into your Acorns Invest account. This is essentially a cashback rewards program where the rewards are automatically invested for you. This feature further enhances the ecosystem of passive investing, allowing you to add to your portfolio simply by doing your regular online shopping with participating retailers. In summary, Acorns is designed for individuals who are new to investing or who have found it challenging to get started. It automates the process of saving and investing small amounts of money regularly. By removing the need to make active investment decisions and by starting with spare change, it lowers the barrier to entry for building a diversified investment portfolio. In our next chapter, we will examine an application that focuses on providing a comprehensive, all-in-one solution for your financial life, combining budgeting, tracking, and goal setting in a single platform. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 5. In our journey so far, we have explored apps that excel at high-level wealth tracking, proactive hands-on budgeting, and automated micro-investing. Today, we turn our attention to an application that aims to be a comprehensive command center for your financial life, combining many of these elements into a single, streamlined experience. We'll be taking a deep dive into our 4th app, Rocket Money. As we begin, it is critical to state our standard disclaimer. The content of this chapter is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended to be, and should not be taken as financial, legal, or tax advice. We are not recommending or endorsing Rocket Money. All financial tools have features and limitations, and you should perform your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional to decide if any app is a good fit for your specific circumstances. We are not affiliated with Rocket Money. Rocket Money, which you may have previously known by its former name, Truebill, has gained significant popularity by focusing on a few key areas where consumers often feel they are losing control: managing subscriptions, tracking spending, and negotiating bills. Like other aggregator apps, its foundation is the ability to securely link all of your financial accounts, checking, savings, credit cards, and loans, to provide a single, unified view of your finances. Once everything is connected, the app's dashboard gives you a clear snapshot of your balances, recent transactions, and upcoming bills. But where it starts to differentiate itself is in its analytical features designed to actively save you money. One of its most prominent features is the subscription management tool. The app automatically scans your transaction history to identify all of your recurring payments and subscriptions. It then presents you with a clean list, showing you exactly who you are paying and how much you are paying each month or year. For many users, seeing this list can be a significant wake-up call, revealing forgotten free trials that have converted to paid subscriptions or services that are no longer being used. The platform doesn't just show you this information. For premium users, it offers a concierge service that can attempt to cancel these unwanted subscriptions on your behalf. This can save you the time and hassle of navigating different websites or making phone calls to customer service. The effectiveness of this service can vary depending on the specific vendor, but it aims to solve a common point of friction in modern financial life. Building on this theme of active money saving, Rocket Money offers a unique bill negotiation service. This is an optional feature available to both free and premium users. You can submit bills for services like your cell phone, internet, or cable TV to Rocket Money's team of negotiators. They will then contact the service provider on your behalf to try and negotiate a lower monthly rate, apply for promotional offers, or find a better plan. If they are successful in saving you money, Rocket Money takes a percentage of the first year's savings as their fee. The fee is a sliding scale that the user selects, typically between 35% and 60% of the annual savings, charged as a one-time, upfront fee. If they are unable to lower your bill, there is no charge. This service is designed for those who dislike the process of haggling with providers, but still want to ensure they are getting a competitive rate. It is important to understand the fee structure and to recognize that success is not guaranteed. Beyond these unique money-saving tools, Rocket Money provides robust budgeting and expense tracking capabilities. The app automatically categorizes your spending and allows you to create custom budget categories. It will then monitor your spending in real time and send you alerts when you are nearing your budget limits in a particular category. This helps you stay on track throughout the month and make adjustments as needed. For its premium members, the app also offers a feature called Smart Savings. This is an automated savings tool where you can set savings goals, and the app will use its algorithm to analyze your income and spending patterns to determine small, safe amounts of money to transfer to a separate, FDIC-insured savings account. This is designed to help you build savings gradually without feeling the impact on your daily cash flow. Finally, Rocket Money incorporates credit score monitoring into its platform. Premium users can access their credit score and a summary of their credit report directly within the app. The app will also send alerts about significant changes to your credit report, which can be an early warning of potential identity theft or reporting errors. It is crucial to understand that simply viewing your credit score in an app does not improve it. This feature is an informational tool. It provides you with data about your credit health, but taking action to improve your credit, such as making timely payments and managing your debt, is entirely up to you. The information provided should not be considered credit repair advice. Think of it as a financial health checkup, providing one more piece of data to help you understand your complete financial picture. Rocket Money operates on a freemium model. A basic version of the app is free and includes account syncing and the subscription finder. However, most of the powerful features, such as automated cancellations, budget customization, the Smart Savings account, and real-time credit monitoring, require a premium subscription. The pricing for the premium plan is unique, offering a sliding scale where users are asked to choose what they think the service is worth, typically between $6 and $12 per month. This all-in-one approach makes Rocket Money a compelling option for individuals who want a single app to help them manage their day-to-day spending, find and cut unnecessary expenses, and automate their savings. In our next chapter, we will discuss our final app, which is built for those who want a highly customizable and collaborative approach to managing money. Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome back. In our final chapter exploring specific applications, we're focusing on a tool that has rapidly gained acclaim for its modern design, deep customizability, and features built specifically for collaborative finance. We're talking about our fifth app, Monarch Money. This platform is designed for individuals, couples, and families who want a highly tailored and shared view of their financial world. As we have stressed throughout this series, this chapter is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation or endorsement of Monarch Money. Managing finances with a partner involves personal decisions and communication, and this overview is intended only to explain the features of the tool itself. We are not affiliated with Monarch Money, and we strongly advise you to conduct your own research and consult with financial professionals to see if it aligns with your personal financial management style. Monarch Money positions itself as a premium, all-in-one alternative to many of the free or ad-supported apps on the market. From the moment you log in, the emphasis on a clean, intuitive, and highly customizable user experience is clear.
Disclaimer: the information presented is for informational purposes only and is not professional financial, investment, or tax advice. All investments involve risk and may result in partial or total loss. You should always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any financial decisions. By viewing this video, you agree not to hold the creator liable for any loss or damage arising from your use of the information provided.
The central dashboard is not a static screen but a collection of widgets that you can add, remove, and rearrange to match your priorities. If you are focused on your investment performance, you can place your investment widget at the very top. If tracking your monthly budget is your main goal, you can give that widget prominence. This level of personalization allows you to create a financial dashboard that is uniquely yours, cutting through the noise and displaying the information that is most relevant to you. This is a significant departure from the more rigid layouts found in many other financial applications. One of the most powerful and defining features of Monarch Money is its approach to collaboration. The platform is built from the ground up to accommodate shared finances. You can invite a partner or other family members to your Monarch household, and each person gets their own login. This is where the platform's flexibility truly shines. You and your partner can decide which accounts and information are shared, and which remain private. For example, you might choose to share a joint checking account, a mortgage, and a shared credit card, while keeping your individual checking accounts and personal credit cards visible only to yourselves. This hybrid approach respects individual financial autonomy, while providing a complete, unified picture of the household's finances. It's a digital solution that can adapt to the many different ways that modern couples and families choose to manage their money together. Within this collaborative framework, Monarch also facilitates better communication. The platform allows you to leave notes on transactions and assign them to a specific person for review. For instance, if a large uncategorized transaction from Amazon appears, one partner can flag it and assign it to the other with a note asking, "What was this for?" This creates a clear, transparent, and in-app communication channel for managing shared expenses, reducing the need for those potentially awkward "What did you buy?" conversations. This feature is designed to keep both partners on the same page and equally involved in the financial tracking process, fostering a sense of teamwork in financial management. Again, this is a tool to facilitate discussion. The communication strategies themselves are, of course, personal to each relationship. In addition to its collaborative features, Monarch Money provides robust tools for budgeting and goal setting. It offers a flexible budgeting system that allows you to set spending targets by category and view your progress in real time. A unique feature is the ability to view your budget on a rollover basis, where any surplus or deficit in a category's budget for 1 month can be carried over to the next. This can be particularly useful for managing variable expenses. The goal setting feature is also comprehensive, allowing you to create goals for major life events like saving for a down payment on a house, a new car, or a vacation. The app helps you track your progress towards these goals by linking specific savings accounts to them, providing a clear visual of how close you are to achieving your objectives. Finally, Monarch provides a detailed view of your investments, similar in some ways to the features we saw in Empower Personal Dashboard. It syncs with a wide range of brokerages and investment accounts to provide a holistic view of your portfolio's performance over time. You can see your asset allocation, track your gains and losses, and compare your performance against market benchmarks. Unlike some apps that use their platform to upsell you to their own paid advisory services, Monarch's business model is based solely on its subscription fee. This means the platform is ad-free, and they have a stated policy of not selling user data. This focus on user privacy and an unconflicted business model is a key selling point for many of their users. Monarch Money is a premium product with a subscription fee, and it does not offer a free tier beyond a trial period. This is a deliberate choice, reflecting their commitment to being an ad-free platform that is accountable only to its users, not to advertisers. This makes it a suitable choice for those who are serious about their financial management, value a high degree of customization and collaboration, and are willing to pay for a premium, private user experience. It provides a powerful and modern set of tools for anyone who wants to take a detailed and active role in managing their financial life, either individually or with a partner. In our next chapter, we will move away from specific apps and discuss the critical factors you should consider when choosing the right finance app for your own unique situation. Thank you for joining us. Hello, and welcome to Chapter 7. Over the past 5 chapters, we have explored a curated selection of prominent finance apps. each with its own unique philosophy, features, and approach to money management. We've seen platforms that provide a high-level overview of your net worth, enforce a disciplined, hands-on budget, automate the process of investing spare change, act as an all-in-one expense controller, and offer a highly customizable and collaborative dashboard. Now we're going to step back from specific product reviews and focus on the most important part of this entire process: you. This chapter is a guide to help you think through the process of choosing the right financial app for your personal needs. As always, this information is for educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for professional financial advice. The goal here is to provide a framework for your own decision-making process, not to recommend one type of app over another. The first and most critical step in this journey is to clearly define your primary financial goal. Why are you seeking a finance app in the first place? Are you struggling to understand where your money goes each month? If so, your priority might be an app with strong, detailed expense tracking and categorization, like Anab or Rocket Money. Are you focused on long-term wealth building and want to see a holistic view of your investments and net worth? In that case, an app with powerful aggregation and investment analysis tools, like Empower Personal Dashboard, might be more aligned with your objective. Perhaps you are a complete beginner to investing, and the biggest hurdle is simply getting started. An app that automates the process, like Acorns, could be the key to building that initial momentum. Or, maybe your primary need is to manage finances collaboratively with a partner. If that's the case, features that allow for shared access and communication, like those in Monarch Money, would be at the top of your list. Be honest with yourself about what you want to achieve. An app is just a tool, and choosing the right tool for the job is paramount. Once you have a clear goal, the next factor to consider is security. This is non-negotiable. You are entrusting these applications with some of your most sensitive personal and financial data. It is essential that you choose a reputable app that employs robust security measures. Look for features like two-factor or multi-factor authentication, which adds a crucial layer of protection beyond just a password. Research the app's encryption standards. They should be using bank-level or military-grade encryption, such as AES 256, to protect your data both while it's in transit and while it's stored on their servers. Read their privacy policy. Understand what data they collect, how they use it, and whether they sell it to third parties. A reputable company will be transparent about its security and privacy practices. Do not compromise on security for the sake of features or a lower cost. Speaking of cost, the pricing model of an app is another significant consideration. As we've seen, finance apps come with a variety of pricing structures. Some are completely free but may be supported by advertisements or by recommending other financial products to you. Others operate on a freemium model, where a basic version is free, but the most powerful features are locked behind a paid subscription. And finally, some are premium-only products that require a monthly or annual subscription fee. There is no universally best model. It depends on your preferences and budget. A free app can be a great starting point, but be mindful of how the company is making money. A subscription-based app may cost you money upfront, but the company's revenue is directly aligned with providing you, the user, with a quality, ad-free product. Consider the fee in the context of the value it provides. If a $10 a month app helps you find and cancel $30 in unwanted subscriptions, or helps you stick to a budget and save $100, then it's providing a positive return. Many paid apps offer free trials, which are an excellent way to test drive the full functionality before committing. Next, evaluate the user experience and interface, often referred to as UI and UX. A powerful app with 1,000 features is useless if it's confusing and frustrating to navigate. The best app for you is one that you will actually use consistently. During the free trial period, pay attention to how you feel while using the app. Is the layout intuitive? Can you find the information you need quickly and easily? Does it sync reliably with your financial institutions? A clean, well-designed interface can make the process of managing your money feel less like a chore and more like an empowering activity. Read reviews from other users on app stores and independent websites, paying attention to comments about ease of use, bugs, and the quality of customer support. Remember, this is a tool you may be interacting with on a daily or weekly basis, so it's important that you find it pleasant and efficient to use. Finally, consider your personal money management style. Are you someone who wants to be deeply involved in the day-to-day details of your budget, meticulously giving every dollar a job? Or are you someone who prefers a more hands-off, automated approach? Your personality will play a large role in determining which app you'll stick with long-term. A highly disciplined, detail-oriented person might thrive with the structure of an app. Someone who feels overwhelmed by the details might prefer the automated savings and investing of Acorns or the broader overview of Empower. There is no right or wrong style. The key is self-awareness. Choosing an app that complements your natural tendencies, rather than one that constantly feels like you're fighting against it, will dramatically increase your chances of long-term success. In our next chapter, we will discuss the critical topic of security and privacy in greater detail, exploring how to protect your digital financial footprint. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 8. In our previous discussions, we've focused on the features and benefits of various financial applications. Now we're going to address a topic that underpins this entire ecosystem: security and privacy. When you use a finance app, you are granting it access to your most sensitive financial information. Therefore, understanding how to protect that data is not just important, it is absolutely essential. The information provided in this chapter is for educational purposes to help you understand common security practices and concepts. It is not a guarantee of security and should not be considered legal or cybersecurity advice. You are responsible for the security of your own accounts, and we encourage you to stay informed about the latest best practices for online safety. Let's begin with the first line of defense: your login credentials. A strong, unique password for each of your financial accounts is the absolute minimum requirement. A strong password is not a common word or a simple pattern. It should be long, at least 12 to 16 characters, and include a mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using personal information that could be easily guessed, such as your birth date, your pet's name, or your street address. Because remembering dozens of complex, unique passwords is an impossible task for most people, we strongly recommend using a reputable password manager. A password manager is an encrypted digital vault that stores your login information for all your different accounts. You only need to remember one strong master password to access the vault, and the manager handles the rest, creating and storing highly secure, unique passwords for every site and app you use. While a strong password is a crucial first step, it is no longer enough on its own. The single most important security feature you should enable on every financial app that offers it is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. You may also see it called two-factor authentication, or 2FA. In simple terms, MFA means that to log in, you need to provide more than one piece of evidence to prove that you are who you say you are. The first piece of evidence is something you know, your password. The second piece is typically something you have, like your smartphone. This usually takes the form of a one-time code that is sent to your phone via a text message or generated by a separate authenticator app. Even if a cybercriminal manages to steal your password, they would be unable to access your account without also having physical possession of your phone. This simple step creates a massive barrier against unauthorized access and is a fundamental feature of any secure financial service. Now, let's talk about the security measures that the apps themselves should be using. The most important of these is encryption. Think of encryption as a secret code. When your financial data travels from your phone to the app servers, or while it is being stored on those servers, it should be encrypted. This means the data is scrambled into an unreadable format. Only someone with the correct key can unscramble it and read the original information. The industry standard for this is 256-bit AES encryption, which is the same level of encryption used by banks and the military. When you research a finance app, look for mentions of bank-level security or 256-bit AES encryption on their security page. This indicates that they are taking the protection of your data seriously. Another critical aspect of an app's security is its privacy policy. This is a legal document that explains what data the company collects from you, how they use that data, and crucially, whether they share or sell that data to third parties. While these documents can be long and filled with legal jargon, it is worth taking the time to read the key sections. A trustworthy app will have a clear and transparent privacy policy. Be wary of any language that seems vague or overly broad about how your data might be used. Your financial transaction data is incredibly valuable, and you should have a clear understanding of who has access to it. Apps with a subscription-based model are often more privacy-focused, as their business model is based on charging you for a service, not on monetizing your personal data. Finally, let's discuss your own digital habits, which play a huge role in your overall security. Be extremely cautious when using public Wi-Fi networks such as those in coffee shops, airports, or hotels. These networks are often unsecured, and a savvy criminal on the same network could potentially intercept the data traveling between your device and the internet. Avoid logging into your financial apps or conducting sensitive transactions while connected to public Wi-Fi. If you must use it, a reputable virtual private network, or VPN, is highly recommended. A VPN creates a secure, encrypted connection for your data to travel through, even on an unsecured network. Additionally, always keep your smartphone's operating system and your financial apps updated to the latest version. These updates frequently contain critical security patches that protect you from newly discovered vulnerabilities. By combining your own safe habits with the robust security features of a reputable app, you can create a strong defense for your digital financial life. In our next chapter, we'll begin to wrap up our series by comparing the different types of apps and the user profiles they are best suited for. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 9. We have explored a range of powerful financial tools and discussed the importance of defining your goals and prioritizing security. Now, we will synthesize this information by exploring 5 distinct financial archetypes, or user profiles. The purpose of this chapter is to help you identify your own financial personality and tendencies. By understanding which profile resonates most with you, you can better recognize the type of application that will naturally align with your style, increasing your chances of long-term success. Please remember, this discussion is for educational and self-assessment purposes only. It is not financial advice. These archetypes are general frameworks, and it's entirely possible that you may see parts of yourself in more than one. Our goal is not to recommend a specific app, but to help you understand which category of app might serve you best. First, let's meet the long-term planner. This individual is a forward thinker, primarily focused on the big picture. Their main questions are not about the cost of today's lunch, but rather, are we on track for retirement? And how is our net worth growing over time? The long-term planner is motivated by goals that are often years or decades away. They want to see all of their assets, their 401k, IRAs, brokerage accounts, and real estate, in one consolidated view. They value seeing their financial progress measured in months and years, not just days and weeks. For this archetype, the most valuable features in a finance app are robust investment tracking, retirement planning simulators, and a clear, automatically updated net worth calculation. They need a tool that can provide a high-level, 360-degree view of their entire financial world. A platform that excels at wealth aggregation and investment analysis would be a natural fit, allowing them to monitor their portfolio and make informed, strategic decisions without getting bogged down in minute-by-minute transaction management. Next, we have the hands-on cash flow manager. This person is the polar opposite of the big picture planner in many ways. They are highly engaged with the daily, weekly, and monthly flow of money in and out of their accounts. Their primary goal is to have complete control and awareness of their spending. They believe that true financial control comes from intentionality and proactive planning. This individual doesn't just want to know where their money went last month. They want to create a detailed plan for every dollar before the month begins. The hands-on manager thrives on structure and detail. They are best served by an application built on a specific, disciplined budgeting philosophy, such as zero-based budgeting. They need features that allow for granular categorization, detailed transaction entry, and goal tracking for both short-term and long-term expenses. For this archetype, flexibility to roll with the punches by actively moving funds between categories is a must-have. They are looking for a co-pilot for their day-to-day financial decisions, and an app that requires regular, active engagement is not a burden but a feature. Our third archetype is the effortless accumulator. This individual understands the importance of saving and investing, but they often feel overwhelmed by the process or find it difficult to stay consistent. They might be new to investing, or perhaps they are just busy and prefer a more automated approach. Their core desire is to make progress toward their financial goals without having to actively think about it every single day. The effortless accumulator is the perfect candidate for an application that automates the process of saving and investing. Features like rounding up purchases to the nearest dollar and investing the spare change, or setting up small, recurring automatic investments, are ideal. The key is to remove friction and decision-making from the process. This user benefits from a set-it-and-forget-it system that works quietly in the background, turning small, consistent actions into long-term growth. An app that simplifies investment choices into a few diversified portfolios based on risk tolerance would also be highly appealing to this user, as it removes the paralysis that can come from having too many options. Fourth, we have the digital organizer. This person craves efficiency and control over the complexities of their financial life. They are frustrated by forgotten subscriptions, late fees, and the feeling that they might be overpaying for monthly bills. Their primary goal is to streamline, optimize, and declutter their finances. The digital organizer needs an app that acts as a central command center, Features that automatically identify and list all recurring subscriptions are invaluable to them. They would also be drawn to services that can help them negotiate better rates on their monthly bills for things like internet or cell phone service. Beyond just tracking, they want an app that actively helps them find and plug financial leaks. This user would appreciate features like alerts for upcoming bills, monitoring for large transactions, and an integrated view of their credit score to keep an eye on their overall financial health. For them, an all-in-one application that combines budgeting, bill tracking, subscription management, and savings tools into a single, cohesive interface is the ideal solution. Finally, let's consider the financial team captain. This individual manages money not just for themselves, but in collaboration with a partner or family. Their biggest challenge is not just tracking their own spending, but ensuring that everyone in the household is on the same page financially. Communication, transparency, and shared goals are their top priorities. The financial team captain needs a platform designed for collaboration. The ability to invite a partner to a shared dashboard is essential. They require the flexibility to see joint accounts and shared expenses, while also having the option to maintain separate, private accounts. Features that allow for shared notes on transactions and customizable views for each partner are highly beneficial. This user is looking for a tool that can serve as a neutral, shared space to discuss finances, track progress toward common goals like a family vacation or a home renovation, and foster a sense of teamwork. An app with a modern interface and a strong emphasis on a shared user experience would be the best fit for their collaborative approach to money management. In our next chapter, we'll discuss how to integrate these apps into your daily life to build lasting financial habits. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 10. You've defined your goals, you've considered the security implications, and you've identified the financial archetype that best describes you. By now, you may have even chosen an application to trial. But downloading the app is only the first step. The real challenge, and where the real value lies, is in transforming the use of that app from a novelty into a consistent, positive financial habit. In this chapter, we will discuss practical strategies for integrating your chosen financial tool into your daily and weekly routine to foster long-term success. Please remember, the following are educational suggestions for habit formation, not financial advice. The effectiveness of these techniques is personal and depends on individual consistency and discipline. This guidance is not a guarantee of any particular financial outcome. The first 48 hours with your new finance app are critical for building momentum. This is your setup and exploration phase. Before you even download the app, set aside a specific block of time, perhaps an hour on a weekend morning, where you can focus without distractions. Once you begin, your first task is to carefully and securely connect your primary financial accounts. Start with your main checking account and your most frequently used credit cards. It is important to do this accurately, using the secure in-app process. As your accounts are being synced, take the time to explore the app's key features. Find the budgeting section, locate your net worth dashboard, or see how it categorizes your recent spending. Don't try to master everything at once. The goal of this initial session is simply to establish a baseline and become comfortable with the app's interface. Get a feel for where the most important information is located, so you know where to look when you check in later. Once the initial setup is complete, the key to building a habit is to start small and create a routine. Don't commit to a complex, multi-hour budget review every single day. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, create a simple, 5-minute daily check-in. The best way to make this stick is by linking it to an existing habit. This is a technique known as habit stacking. For example, you could decide that every morning, while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, you will open your finance app. Or, your routine could be to review your finances for 5 minutes at your desk right before you finish work for the day. During this daily check-in, your goal is simple: review and categorize any new transactions that have appeared. This brief, daily engagement prevents transactions from piling up and turning into an overwhelming task. It keeps you consistently aware of your spending and ensures the data in your app is always accurate and up to date. After establishing your daily check-in, the next step is to schedule a slightly longer weekly review. This should be a recurring appointment you put on your calendar, just like any other important commitment. For many people, a Sunday evening or a Friday afternoon works well. This weekly session, which might take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, is for higher-level planning. This is your time to look at the week ahead. Review your upcoming bills and make sure you have funds set aside to cover them. Check your progress on your monthly budget. Are you on track in your key spending categories, like groceries or gas? If you've overspent in one area, your weekly review is the time to make a plan to adjust, perhaps by moving money from a more flexible category, like entertainment. This is also a great time to review your short-term savings goals. Seeing your progress week after week provides powerful positive reinforcement and keeps you motivated on your financial journey. A critical part of making this a lasting habit is to set realistic and achievable goals within the app. Many people make the mistake of setting an overly restrictive, unrealistic budget from day one. They drastically cut spending in every category, only to fail within a couple of weeks, leading to frustration and abandonment of the app altogether. A better approach is to use the first month with your new app purely for observation. Don't try to change anything. Simply let the app track your normal spending habits. This gives you a realistic baseline. At the end of that first month, you'll have an accurate picture of where your money is actually going. From there, you can identify 1 or 2 specific areas to work on. Perhaps you decide to reduce your spending on dining out by just 10%. This is a small, measurable, and achievable goal. Once you successfully hit that target for a month or 2, you can then identify another area to work on. This incremental approach builds confidence and is far more sustainable than a complete financial overhaul. Finally, remember to be patient and forgiving with yourself. You will have days where you forget to check in. You will have months where you go over your budget. This is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress and consistency over time. When you have a financial setback, don't just get discouraged and give up. Use the data in your app to understand what happened. Was there an unexpected expense you can plan for in the future? Did a particular trigger lead to overspending? Use these moments as learning opportunities. The purpose of a finance app is not to judge you. It is to provide you with clear, factual information so that you can make more informed decisions. By adopting a mindset of continuous improvement, rather than one of pass or fail, you can build a healthy, resilient, and long-lasting relationship with your finances. In our next chapter, we will discuss common pitfalls and mistakes to avoid when using a personal finance app. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 11. By this point in our series, you understand how to choose an app and how to begin integrating it into your life. However, even with the best intentions, it's easy to fall into common traps that can derail your progress and lead to frustration. In this chapter, we will discuss some of the most frequent pitfalls users encounter with personal finance apps and explore strategies to avoid them. This discussion is for educational purposes, designed to increase your awareness of common behaviors. It is not financial advice, and it's not a judgment on any particular money management style. Understanding these potential challenges can help you navigate your financial journey more effectively. The first and most common pitfall is what we'll call the ghost connection. This happens when a user diligently sets up their app, connects all their accounts, and then simply forgets about it. They might assume that because the app is automatically tracking transactions, the work is being done for them. This set it and forget it mindset is a significant mistake. A finance app is not a passive tool, it is an interactive one. The data it provides is only valuable if you review it and act on it. Relying solely on notifications or assuming the app will magically fix your finances is like buying a gym membership and expecting to get in shape without ever going. To avoid this, you must follow through on the habits we discussed in the previous chapter. The 5-minute daily check-in and the weekly review are the antidote to the ghost connection. Active, consistent engagement is the only way to turn the data your app collects into meaningful financial progress. The second pitfall is perfection paralysis. This often affects users who are highly motivated and detail-oriented. They create an incredibly restrictive budget, categorizing every single penny with painstaking precision. Then, the first time life gets in the way, an unexpected car repair, a dinner invitation they can't turn down, they break the budget. A feeling of failure sets in, and this single setback can be so discouraging that they abandon the app altogether. They feel that if they can't do it perfectly, there's no point in doing it at all. To avoid this, you must embrace the concept of flexibility. Your budget is a guide, not a rigid set of unbreakable laws. Life is and will always be unpredictable. The key is not to never overspend, but to have a plan for when you do. Use your app's features to move money from a lower priority category to cover the overspending. The goal is progress, not perfection. A budget that is 80% successful for an entire year is infinitely better than a perfect budget that is abandoned after 2 weeks.
Disclaimer: the information presented is for informational purposes only and is not professional financial, investment, or tax advice. All investments involve risk and may result in partial or total loss. You should always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any financial decisions. By viewing this video, you agree not to hold the creator liable for any loss or damage arising from your use of the information provided.
A third, more subtle pitfall is ignoring the why. This occurs when a user becomes so focused on the mechanics of the app, categorizing transactions, balancing the budget, watching the numbers, that they lose sight of their actual goals. They might get a little dopamine hit from seeing a perfectly balanced budget, but they've forgotten why they started this process in the first place. Was it to save for a down payment on a home? To feel the security of a fully funded emergency fund? To get out of debt and reduce financial stress? When you ignore your why, managing your money becomes a tedious chore. To avoid this, make your goals a visible and central part of your financial routine. Use the goal-setting features within your app. Name your savings accounts after your goals, like Hawaii Vacation Fund or future home down payment. During your weekly review, don't just look at your spending. Look at your progress towards these meaningful, life-changing goals. This reconnects you with your motivation and transforms budgeting from a restrictive exercise into an empowering act of building the future you want. The fourth pitfall is misinterpreting the data. Many finance apps provide a wealth of charts, graphs, and reports. It's easy to get lost in this data and focus on the wrong metrics. For example, a user might become obsessed with their month-to-month spending fluctuations without considering the bigger picture of their annual net worth growth. Or they might see a green month where they spent less than they earned and feel successful, without realizing that they didn't make any progress on their debt payoff or retirement savings goals. The data is only as good as the questions you ask of it. To avoid this, always tie the data back to your primary financial goal. If your goal is to get out of debt, the most important chart is the one showing your total liabilities decreasing over time. If your goal is retirement, your investment balance is the key metric. The other data is useful, but it's secondary. Don't let interesting but unimportant details distract you from the metrics that truly define your financial success. Finally, the fifth and perhaps most significant pitfall is treating the app as a magic wand. No application, no matter how sophisticated, can solve financial problems on its own. An app can track your spending, but it cannot make you spend less. It can show you a path out of debt, but it cannot make the payments for you. It can create a budget, but it cannot force you to stick to it. The app is a tool for awareness and information. The real work, the behavioral change, the discipline, the difficult choices, is still up to you. Believing that simply downloading and using an app will automatically fix your finances is a recipe for disappointment. The solution is to take full ownership of your financial journey. Use the app as your trusted navigator, providing you with the map and the data you need to make good decisions. But you are the one in the driver's seat. You are the one who has to steer. By combining the power of the tool with your own commitment and effort, you can avoid these common pitfalls and build a truly healthy financial life. In our next chapter, we'll explore how these tools can specifically help with the critical goal of building an emergency fund. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 12. In this chapter, we are going to focus on a foundational element of personal finance, building an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a sum of money set aside specifically to cover unexpected financial shocks, such as a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or an urgent home repair. Having this safety net is a cornerstone of financial stability. We will explore how you can leverage the features of a modern finance app to systematically build and track this critical resource. This discussion is for educational purposes only. The information provided about savings targets is based on common financial planning principles and should not be construed as personalized financial advice. Your individual savings goals should be determined based on your own unique circumstances, potentially in consultation with a qualified financial professional. The first step in building an emergency fund is to determine your target amount. A widely recognized guideline in personal finance is to save enough to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses. Essential expenses are the costs you absolutely must pay each month to live. This includes things like your rent or mortgage payment, utilities such as electricity and water, transportation costs to get to work, groceries, and insurance premiums. It typically does not include discretionary spending like entertainment, dining out, or vacations. This is where your finance app becomes an invaluable tool. After using your app for a month or two to simply track your spending, as we discussed in a previous chapter, you will have a highly accurate, detailed record of your true living costs. You can go through your categorized spending, add up all the essential categories, and arrive at a reliable figure for your average monthly necessary expenses. Once you have this number, you can calculate your target savings range. For example, if you determine that your essential monthly expenses are $3,000, A common savings target would be between $9,000 and $18,000. Seeing that large number can feel intimidating, but remember, this is a long-term goal. The purpose of this calculation is not to overwhelm you, but to give you a clear, concrete destination to work towards. With your target defined, you can now use your finance app to make this goal official. Nearly all comprehensive finance apps have a goals feature. Create a new savings goal and name it something clear and motivating, like financial safety net or emergency fund. Enter your target amount. The app will then provide you with a visual, like a progress bar, that will track your journey from zero to your goal. This simple act of creating the goal in your app makes it tangible and keeps it top of mind every time you log in. Now comes the most important part of the process: funding the account. The key to successfully building an emergency fund is consistency. And the most effective way to be consistent is through automation. This is another area where your app's features are designed to help. There are a few ways to approach this. The most direct method is to set up a recurring, automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate, dedicated savings account. It is highly recommended that you keep your emergency fund in an account that is separate from your daily checking account to reduce the temptation of spending it on non-emergencies. You can do this through your bank, but many finance apps, particularly those with their own savings features like Rocket Money or Acorns, can facilitate this process directly. Start with an amount that feels manageable. Even if it's just $25 or $50 per paycheck, you can always increase it later. The act of starting is more important than the initial amount. Another powerful strategy is to use your app to find extra money to accelerate your savings. After a few months of tracking, your app will clearly show you where your money is going. During your weekly review, look for opportunities. Could you cut back on one subscription and redirect that $10 a month to your emergency fund goal? Could you reduce your dining out budget by $50 and set up an additional transfer for that amount? The app doesn't make these decisions for you. It simply presents the data in a clear way so you can make intentional choices that align with your goal of building a safety net. Some apps also have features that can automatically identify small, safe amounts of money in your checking account and move them to savings for you, which can supplement your main, recurring transfers. As you make these contributions, your app's goal tracker will visually represent your progress. Seeing the progress bar fill up, even slowly, is a powerful psychological motivator. It provides tangible proof that you're consistent. Small actions are adding up to something significant. This positive reinforcement is crucial for staying committed over the many months, or even years, it might take to fully fund your goal. Once you have reached your target, your 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, the work isn't over. Your app can help you maintain it. If you ever have to use a portion of your emergency fund for a true emergency, you can simply reset your goal within the app and begin the process of automating contributions to replenish it. Life circumstances also change. It's a good practice to use your app to recalculate your essential expenses once a year to ensure your emergency fund target is still appropriate for your lifestyle. In our next chapter, we will discuss how to use these same tools and principles to tackle another major financial goal: paying down debt. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 13. After establishing a financial safety net with an emergency fund, a common next step on the path to financial wellness is addressing and reducing debt. High-interest debt, such as credit card balances or personal loans, can be a significant obstacle to achieving long-term goals. In this chapter, we will explore how a finance app can serve as a powerful partner in your debt reduction journey by helping you organize your liabilities and implement a structured payoff plan. As always, this chapter is for educational purposes. We will be discussing well-known debt management strategies, but this does not constitute financial advice. The choice of which debt to prioritize is a personal one, and the effectiveness of any strategy depends on your individual financial situation and discipline. We recommend consulting with a qualified, nonprofit credit counselor or financial advisor for personalized guidance. The absolute first step in any debt reduction plan is to gain a complete and honest understanding of what you owe. This is an area where your finance app is immediately indispensable. By linking your credit cards, student loans, auto loans, and any other liabilities, the app automatically aggregates all of this information into a single, comprehensive list. For each debt, you will see the current balance, the interest rate or annual percentage rate, APR, and the minimum monthly payment. For many people, seeing the total sum of their debt in one place for the first time can be a sobering experience, but it is a necessary one. You cannot fight an enemy you cannot see. This centralized view eliminates the need to log into multiple different websites and juggle various statements. It provides the clarity you need to move forward and create an effective plan of attack. With a clear picture of your debts, the next step is to choose a payoff strategy. There are two widely recognized methods that have proven effective for many people: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. It's important to understand the mechanics and psychological drivers behind each. We will start with the debt snowball. With this method, you continue to make the minimum required payment on all of your debts. Then, with any extra money you can allocate towards debt from your budget, you focus all of it on the debt with the smallest balance, regardless of its interest rate. You attack that smallest debt with intensity. Once it's paid off completely, you take the full payment amount you were making on that debt, the minimum plus the extra, and roll it onto the next smallest debt. You repeat this process, creating a progressively larger snowball of a payment, until all of your debts are eliminated. The primary advantage of the debt snowball method is psychological. Paying off that first, small debt provides a quick, powerful win. This sense of accomplishment and momentum can be a huge motivator, keeping you engaged and committed to the plan for the long haul. Your finance app can help you implement this by allowing you to sort your debts by balance, from lowest to highest. You can then use the app's budgeting features to track your extra payments towards that target debt and watch its balance shrink to zero. Seeing that first account officially close can provide the encouragement needed to tackle the larger debts that follow. The second popular strategy is the debt avalanche. This method takes a purely mathematical approach. As with the snowball, you continue to make the minimum payments on all of your debts. However, you direct all of your extra payment money to the debt with the highest interest rate or APR, regardless of its balance. Once that high-interest debt is paid off, you take that entire payment amount and apply it to the debt with the next highest interest rate, and so on. From a purely financial standpoint, the debt avalanche method will almost always save you the most money in interest payments, and will get you out of debt faster than the debt snowball. This is because you are eliminating the most expensive debt first, which stops that high interest from accruing against you. To use your app for the debt avalanche, you would sort your debt list by interest rate, from highest to lowest. Your app can help you visualize the long-term savings. Some specialized apps, like in-app's Loan Planner or the Standalone Debt Payoff Planner, have simulators that can be incredibly powerful. They allow you to see exactly how much interest you will save and how much sooner you will be debt-free by making extra payments using the avalanche method. This can be a powerful motivator in its own right, especially for individuals who are more driven by numbers and optimization than by the quick wins of the snowball method. Regardless of which strategy you choose, the features of your finance app are there to support you. Use the budgeting tools to identify areas where you can cut spending to free up more money for your snowball or avalanche payment. Set up alerts for payment due dates to ensure you never miss a minimum payment. Use the goal setting features to create a debt-free goal and track your overall progress as your total liability number goes down. The key is to transform the abstract idea of getting out of debt into a concrete, manageable, and tech-supported project. In our next chapter, we will shift our focus to the future and discuss how finance apps can help you plan for long-term goals like retirement. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 14. We've dedicated the last few chapters to immediate financial objectives, building a safety net and tackling debt. Now we shift our gaze to the distant horizon to discuss long-term goals, with a primary focus on retirement planning. Visualizing a future that is decades away can be one of the most challenging aspects of personal finance. This is where modern financial applications can be truly transformative, turning abstract concepts into tangible, interactive models. This chapter will explore how you can use these tools to better understand and plan for your long-term future. It is imperative to understand that this discussion is for educational purposes only. The tools we will describe are simulators and calculators, not crystal balls. The projections they create are hypothetical, based entirely on the data and assumptions you provide. They are not a guarantee of future investment results or financial outcomes, and should never be considered personalized financial or investment advice. The foundation of any credible long-term planning within a finance app is the aggregation of your complete financial picture. As we've discussed, apps like Empower Personal Dashboard and others excel at linking all of your accounts in one place. This is especially critical for retirement planning. To get a realistic projection, the tool needs to see everything: your 401k from your current employer, old 401k, as from previous jobs, your Roth or traditional IRAs, any taxable brokerage accounts, and your savings accounts. By having a real-time, comprehensive view of all your assets, the app can use your actual data as the starting point for its calculations, which is far more accurate than manually entering estimates. This aggregated view alone is a powerful feature, allowing you to see if your various retirement assets are working together cohesively. The centerpiece of long-term planning in these advanced apps is the retirement planner or calculator. This is much more than a simple tool that asks for your age and desired income. It is an interactive workshop for your financial future. The process typically begins by gathering a few key data points: your current age, your desired retirement age, your pre-tax income, and how much you are currently saving for retirement each year. The app pulls in your current investment balances from your linked accounts. Then, it will ask you to estimate how much you expect to spend annually in retirement. This can be a difficult number to pinpoint, but as a starting point, a common guideline is to estimate around 80% of your pre-retirement income, though this can be adjusted based on your envisioned lifestyle. Once this baseline data is entered, the app runs a sophisticated simulation. It uses a methodology, often a Monte Carlo simulation, which runs thousands of potential market scenarios, good years, bad years, and average years, to project the future value of your portfolio. The result is not a single number, but a probability forecast. For example, it might tell you that based on your current trajectory, you have an 85% chance of reaching your retirement spending goal. This probabilistic approach is a more realistic and responsible way to view the future than a simple straight-line projection, as it acknowledges the inherent uncertainty and volatility of the financial markets. It is a tool for understanding potential outcomes, not for predicting a certain one. The real power of these planners lies in their interactivity. You are not a passive observer. You are in the driver's seat of the simulation. What if you decide you want to retire 2 years earlier? You can move a slider and instantly see how that change impacts your probability of success. What if you increase your annual savings rate by 3%? The tool will recalculate and show you the long-term effect of that small change. You can also model major life events. You can add a future expense, like a child's college education or the purchase of a vacation home, and see how that withdrawal impacts your long-term plan. This ability to test drive different financial decisions and see their potential long-term consequences is incredibly educational. It transforms retirement planning from a static, intimidating topic into a dynamic and engaging process of discovery. Furthermore, some of these tools provide an analysis of the fees you are paying within your investment accounts, particularly your 401k. As we touched on in an earlier chapter, small, seemingly insignificant fees can have a massive impact on your portfolio's growth over several decades. A good retirement planner will highlight these fees and project their long-term cost, showing you how much of your potential nest egg could be eroded by them. This information empowers you to investigate lower-cost investment options that may be available within your retirement plan. Remember, this is presented as data for your consideration, not as a directive to buy or sell any specific investment. The decision to make any changes to your portfolio should be made carefully, potentially with the guidance of a qualified, fiduciary financial advisor. In our final chapter, we will summarize our journey and offer some concluding thoughts on the future of personal finance. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Chapter 15, the final chapter in our series. We have traveled a significant distance together on this journey through the world of modern personal finance. We began by exploring the digital transformation of money management, and then took deep dives into 5 distinct and powerful applications, each with its own unique philosophy. We discussed how to choose the right tool by identifying your personal financial archetype, and we stressed the critical importance of security and privacy in our increasingly digital world. We then moved from theory to practice, outlining strategies for building lasting habits and avoiding common pitfalls. Finally, we applied these concepts to some of the most important financial goals a person can have: building an emergency fund, tackling debt, and planning for a distant and prosperous future. In this concluding chapter, we will summarize the key principles we've covered and offer some final thoughts on your path forward. If there is one central theme to take away from our entire discussion, it is this: a financial app is not a solution but a catalyst. It is a tool for awareness, organization, and motivation. The most sophisticated application in the world will have no impact without your active engagement and commitment. Technology has given us an unprecedented level of clarity and control over our financial lives. It can automate, track, analyze, and project in ways that were unimaginable just a generation ago. It can show you precisely where your money is going. It can model the long-term impact of your decisions. And it can automate the consistent actions that lead to wealth creation. But the technology itself cannot make the choices for you. It cannot instill discipline, and it cannot define your values. The true power of these tools is unlocked only when they are paired with your own intention and effort. Throughout our exploration of different apps, we saw that there is no single best solution for everyone. The financial journey is deeply personal. A hands-on, zero-based budgeting app that is life-changing for one person might feel restrictive and overwhelming to another. A high-level wealth tracker that empowers a long-term investor might lack the day-to-day spending controls needed by someone focused on cash flow. This is why our discussion of financial archetypes was so crucial. Understanding your own personality, your natural tendencies, and your primary goals is the most important step you can take. Are you a big-picture planner or a day-to-day manager? Are you a set-it-and-forget-it accumulator or an efficiency-seeking organizer? By answering these questions honestly, you empower yourself to choose a tool that works with you, not against you, dramatically increasing your chances of success. As we look toward the future of personal finance for 2025, 2026, and beyond, we can expect the trends of personalization and integration to continue. The use of artificial intelligence will likely become even more sophisticated, offering more personalized insights and automated suggestions based on your unique spending and saving patterns. The lines between banking, budgeting, and investing will continue to blur, with more all-in-one platforms seeking to be the single financial hub for your entire life. However, as these tools become more powerful, our responsibility as users also grows. We must remain vigilant about security. We must be critical consumers of the information and insights these apps provide, and we must never abdicate our own role as the ultimate decision-maker in our financial lives. Your financial education should not end with this series. The world of finance is constantly evolving. New products will be launched, regulations will change, and your own life circumstances will undoubtedly shift over time. Continue to be curious. Read books, listen to reputable podcasts, and follow trusted financial educators. The more you learn, the more confident you will become. Use the information you've gained here as a foundation upon which to build a lifetime of financial knowledge. The goal is to become the chief financial officer of your own life, and these apps are simply the best software available to help you do that job effectively. Final disclaimer. We will end this series with our most important and comprehensive reminder. The entire content of this 15-chapter series has been produced for informational and educational purposes only. It is not and should not be considered financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. We are not financial advisors, and we are not affiliated with any of the companies or applications mentioned. The discussion of any app, strategy, or financial principle does not constitute a recommendation or an endorsement. All financial decisions, including the choice to use a financial application and the strategies you employ, involve risk and are your sole responsibility. Past performance of any investment is not indicative of future results. We strongly and repeatedly urge you to consult with a qualified and licensed financial professional who can provide advice tailored to your specific, individual circumstances and goals. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope this series has provided you with the clarity, confidence, and knowledge to take the next step, to choose the right tools, and to build a more secure and empowered financial future. The path forward is yours to create. We wish you the very best of luck.
Disclaimer. The information presented is for informational purposes only and is not professional financial, investment, or tax advice. All investments involve risk and may result in partial or total loss. You should always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any financial decisions. By viewing this video, you agree not to hold the creator liable for any loss or damage arising from your use of the information provided.